the manager, Roelant Oltmans, High Performance Director of India, and Michael Nobbs, coach of the district. Mr. Oltmans. Mr. Oltmans, can be taking from you or Nobbs first?
Always first coach, yeah?
First, yes.
No, it's hard luck. It was a pretty good match, but Indians had many chances. Do you think so? What was going bad?
Oh, inexperience, bit of inexperience. Like, you can't play the first half like that. And the second half is how we should play. You know, 6 penalty corners and all the rest of it, but inexperience told the tale. You know.
So you heard the Korean coach, you were saying he thought his defender was the one closing down the drag flicker. Do you think that was the problem, or do you think it was some other?
Yeah, not in the slightest. I think, yeah.
What really changed the complexion of the match? Where India dominated? How the trend changed?
But the inexperience in doing things and trying to stick to the plan that we talk about is just, you know, they haven't done it enough times at this level to understand what we're trying to get at and train with and those sort of things. But that, you know, each game we're playing, I mean, 2-1, we're getting better and better as we play.
But Rupinder came with 2 penalty corners, 2 good saves from the rival goalkeeper.
I think our penalty corners weren't to the standard that we normally get because we normally have a success rate of 80%.
You're not happy with the percentage of...
Not today, no.
Could have been better.
Could have been much better, yeah.
Mr. Oltmans,
Should have been better.
any inputs you give the Indian team, obviously, which worked today or which didn't click today?
Well, I totally agree with Michael mentioned. The first half, we were absolutely not up to the mark. The question is why, because yesterday's was the same. So, in the second half, we showed in both matches what India is capable of. So, and then if the momentum is on your side, which it was clearly in this second half, because Korea didn't come one time in RD, by open field play, they hit it in one ball, they scored, and they didn't have one penalty corner. So the structure, defensive-wise, organization were very well in that second half. Then you have to take your opportunities and make sure that you score that one. You know, if you get so many chances and you don't score them, I already felt, well, probably you will come on the other side, and that's what's happening here.
No penalty corners in the first half and 6
And 6 in the second, and they had 4 in the first half and none in the second half. So that completely showed that this was a
the trend of play totally
yeah,
changed.
so I think at half time we just simply stopped together. We tried to change it, and in the end, yeah, we are unhappy of course with the result, but absolutely not unhappy with the performance itself on the second half. And now it's up to the players to show. Don't forget we have very inexperienced players, very young team here, and well, they have to make these mistakes to become better players. So in the future you'll see them all again on a higher level.
2 defeats in 2 games.
The tournament's not over by a long stretch.
So it's Pakistan next.
Okay, we could beat all the rest of these teams, you know. If Korea is, you know, that's their best team they've got here, and I know that's the best they can produce, we'll do okay. We can still do well in this tournament.
Always a lot of fire in the belly for Pakistan match between India and Pakistan.
Every match, not just Pakistan.
Every match.
Every match.
So they will lift as well.
There will be another 10 later in next month.
But they had, yes, they had
This is just one of them.
1 good game Pakistan, 1 bad game. So they got their bad game out of the way. So I think you are going to have to lift again. Yeah.
See what happens.
Once lining up against Pakistan for India.
Sorry?
You used to coach Pakistan.
That is 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So.
Still,
well, it will be interesting to see the other side of it now. And the Pakistani team, they have a lot of very good players, but also in the structure, there's always something where you can look for and see if we can explore that. And that's always what you're looking for. Try to keep the strengths out of the opponent's side and bring in your own strengths itself. We have about 2 days to prepare that properly and make sure that the team will be prepared in the right way. And that is not an easy game, that's clear. Pakistan is much higher ranked at the moment in the world than India is. But step by step we're going to change that.
And Roelant, this has been your first tournament for the Indian team, and
No.
like this after high performance.
Also that is not true because it's the second. World Hockey League round 2, I was there already.
So So how comfortable are you now? Like how do you take this youngsters team? Like what are you planning up to the next platform?
Well, our planning is of course to raise the level in the country in total. And that's not done overnight, it will take some time. We have, first of all, we have to find out which are the right players to work with in the upcoming years. You can't take every tournament only for results. Sometimes we have to look at development as well. And I think this is a tournament where we can look at development in one way. Of course we want to have results. When it's possible to do it both at a time, it will be fantastic. But sometimes we have to accept this as a learning process. We just started that learning process. And Michael is also not there for a long time. Don't forget that. It's only 1 year, 1.5, a little bit more than that. So we are still in the process of growing. And we'll see that what the players now find out in this kind of matches, that they can compete, but are not able to win it yet. So it's very clear the step that we have to make. And how we're going to make it, that's a little secret. Okay. My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.
Gentlemen, dinner is served.